Hi everyone, so this video is going to be a get ready with me slash my everyday makeup. Most of y'all don't know this, but I go to school at Texas A&M in Kingsville, and I'm an exercise science major, so we do a lot of like working out and that kind of stuff. And I also just got done playing softball here, so I just used up my 4 years of eligibility. So usually if I'm not in class working out, I'm usually on the field or like in workout for softball. So I'm not usually able to wear a lot of makeup. So that's why I've started really getting into makeup lately, because I've played softball for 15 years, so I haven't been able to really explore makeup and really wear it much. You know, like I did, you know, eyeshadow and like mascara, but I never really got into the foundation and the bronzer and all that kind of stuff until about 6 months ago. I actually learned how to do all of my makeup watching YouTube videos. But yeah, so this video is basically going to be my everyday makeup and how I wear it so that it doesn't like get in the way of me working out or playing. So if you want to see what I do with my makeup on a daily basis, just keep watching. Okay, so first I always prime my eyes to make sure that my eyeshadow stays on as long as possible, especially when you're going to be out sweating or you're going to be, you know, out doing things all day. You want to make sure and put a primer down to make sure that your eyeshadow is either not slipping all over the place and getting all over your face, but also so that the pigment stays on as long as possible. So I'm just going to take this with my finger, and I'm just going to place it on my eyelid all over the place. I really like the MAC paint pot just because I have a lot of veins in my eyelids, and it really covers them really well. So once I have that down, I always make sure and set my primer, because if you don't, once you go in with your first shadow, it tends to like stick to that primer and it just kind of makes a really harsh like line right there, and it's really hard to blend out. So I always set my primer just to make sure that everything goes on smoothly. I usually set my primer with the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Poreless Pressed Powder, and this is the translucent shade. This is the translucent shade. So I just kind of pat that onto my eyes. Okay, so now that we've set down our primer, I am going to go in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I just got this about 3 months ago, and I have been using it non-stop. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see because of the glare, but this is what it looks like, and I absolutely love the colors in this. I reach for it every time I go to just, you know, do like either a basic look, or even when I want, like, I'm not a big purple girl, but when I do want something, you know, like plum on my eyes or something, I always reach for this palette because of the purple shades in here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a Morphe M533 brush, and I'm gonna go, let's see, I usually dip my brush into Puree, but yeah, we're gonna go with the first shade Puree, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of that and tap off the excess because this palette is pigmented. So I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush and Puree, and I'm just going to dust this into the crease and just get it up to the pigmentation that I want. Honestly, like, it's really up to you how dark you want your eyeshadows, because on a daily basis I don't do like foundation and bronzer and highlight and all that. I tend to do my eyes not bold, but I do them a little, I guess I put more shadow down than somebody who would do an everyday makeup look that does a full face of makeup. Actually getting ready to go to class right now, so that's why this is a get ready with me tutorial. So next I'm going to take the Morphe M535, which is just a little bit smaller. This one right here is a little bit smaller than the first one we used, and I'm going to go in with Summer Yum, which is a reddish brown, and I'm just going to kind of blend those two together, but really focusing it at the, like, deep in the crease, not as much, not as high as the first shade we went in with. So I'm just taking this fluffy blending brush. It doesn't have anything on it, and I'm just kind of blending those two together so there's no harsh lines. So, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video. As you can see, I'm in a different background than I was in my first two videos. I was actually at my parents' house because I lived there in the summer. I was actually at their house for my first two videos, and I was gonna wait because I live in this apartment right now, which is a 1-bedroom apartment, and it is little bitty. It is 500 square foot, and I have 2 dogs. That's not easy. But I was at their house, and I was gonna wait to film my videos and start my channel and all that until I move into my new apartment, which I will be moving in on Friday. Yeah, Friday. But I just couldn't wait. I was too excited. I had everything together, what I wanted to do. I couldn't wait. Next, I'm going to use the Morphe M169, and it's just a little, I don't know what they call this, but it's like a little, it's a baby pointy brush. I use it to carve out the outer V, and that's what I'm going to be doing with it. I'm going to use the shade Caramelized, and this is a like brown kind of shimmery shade, and I'm just going to like pack that onto the outer third of my eyelid and then drag it up into the crease. And same thing as before, I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush with no product, and I'm just going to go over that in the crease just to make sure that we're all blended. Next, I'm going to take a MAC 239 flat shader brush, and I'm going to use the shade Nectar, and I'm just going to get that, pack that onto the inner 2/3 of my eyelid. I'm going to go back in with this smaller brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap my brush into Caramelized, and I'm just going to go back and intensify that color again. Just because we lost a little bit of that pigmentation when we put that Nectar shade on. But I don't want it to be like crazy, so. And then I'm going to go back in with the crease brush again and just make sure that those two shades really mesh together, and they're not just like one harsh line. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply some mascara. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in Blackest Black. This is actually a waterproof mascara. I don't know if they make this in a non-waterproof. This just happened to be the one that I picked up by accident. I don't usually wear waterproof mascaras, but I guess I should since I like work out all the time and I'm always sweating. That would make more sense. Okay, so next, after I do my lashes, I usually take any concealer. I love the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is the shade Fair Clair. And I just place just a little bit, like 3 dots, underneath my eyes. And I just take my beauty blender and I just blend that in. And because I just realized that I didn't pack my face powder in my travel makeup bag, so I am going to be using a face powder that I just found in one of my drawers. But it is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Ivory, which I think is like the lightest shade they have. But for the sake of this video, we're just gonna do it. And with the same brush that I set my primer down, I'm just going to set my concealer. I'm just gonna run this brow brush through my eyebrows because, like I said in my first video, I don't do my eyebrows. I was blessed with very thick eyebrows. Very thick. So jumping back into the eyes, I'm going to use a Morphe E36 pencil brush, little bitty baby brush, and I'm going to take the shade Puree, and I'm just going to run that underneath my waterline. This is so hard to do on camera, by the way, especially because I make the ugliest faces. Next, I'm going to use this Sigma flat definer brush. This is an E15 brush, and I'm going to use Summer Yum, and I'm just going to focus this really close to my lash line. Then I'm going to take the pencil brush that we just used and just kind of smoke that out a little bit. So next I'm going to take the Morphe M431, which is another pencil brush, and the shade Caramelized, and I'm just going to place it on like the outer third of my lower lash line. For eyeliner, I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this is the shade Scorched. It's a nice like gold color. I'm going to coat my lower lashes with some mascara. So normally if I was, playing a game or going to practice or work out or something, I wouldn't wear anything on my lips, but since I am going to class and I know for a fact that we're not working out today, I am going to use the Maybelline matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Clay Crush. So that completes this look. Thanks for getting ready with me. I actually have to leave for class now, so it's perfect timing. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any video suggestions, please just leave them in the comments. Give this video a like if you want to see more get ready with me's or any more like minimal makeup tutorials or anything like that. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!